What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Big Cool coming to you from Colossal Sports TV, and I am back with another video. This is gonna be a boxing rundown of a couple of topics. In boxing, first up, Eddie Hearn says he's worried that Povetkin is an incredibly high risk fight for Anthony Joshua ahead of what we all hope to finally be finalized and agreed to, a unification clash with WBC heavyweight champion Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. As you all know, those guys are currently in negotiations. Some people think it's close. Eddie Hearn says it's close, but it might not happen before a Povetkin fight with Joshua happens, but it should be done within a month. Then you hear from, Deontay's team, Shelly Finkel and them saying that the location of the fight isn't an issue and that they're ready to go. But one thing's for certain, a conclusion is coming soon. But let's talk about a fight that is likely to happen. It is very close to being signed, sealed, and delivered. Although, people are still holding out hope that Deontay Wilder accepts the latest counter proposal from Eddie Hearn and makes this fight happen. But this is what Eddie Hearn had to say about how risky a fight against Alexander Povetkin is for Anthony Joshua. It's an incredible risky fight. It might be a little bit of a mad fight to take before Wilder, but that's Joshua. He doesn't care. He wants a challenge. He doesn't want easy fights. He also went on to say this, the Povetkin deal is virtually done. The Wilder one is not, but we're talking every day. Then he said this: if it's Povetkin next, the Wilder fight would definitely be signed before we go into that fight. Wilder understands he has nowhere, he has to go where Joshua tells him to. He knows and he understands that. And at the moment Joshua's telling him, you have to come to the UK, he knows he's up for that, but there's a lot of things that have to be worked out. So, there you have it. I'll post a link to the article in the description below from BoxingScene.com. But this is a huge risk, because all it takes is one punch from Alexander Povetkin, who is a powerful puncher. Not only that, but he is a supremely skilled. He's a former, I believe, 2004 Olympic gold medalist for Russia. He's a former WBA champion. He's been in the ring with Vladimir Klitschko. He was supposed to fight Deontay Wilder in 2015 before he tested positive for a banned substance that canceled the fight altogether. But I mean, this is risky. This is risky for Joshua, who definitely has flaws. Some might question the stamina issues. Some might question the chin. I don't know. But he definitely flawed, a bit robotic, but he's a very good fighter, and currently holds the most titles in the heavyweight division, so he is the guy that everybody is chasing down. But for them to potentially ruin the biggest fight in boxing today, due to them not being able to make a deal, is very risky, very dangerous, and kind of head scratching. I know that Alexander Povetkin is the WBO and WBA mandatory, and the WBA is expected to mandate Anthony Joshua defend his title against Alexander Povetkin soon. So they're trying to get a deal done to prevent it going to a purse bid. And we already know that Rybisky, if it does go to a purse bid, he's going to bid way higher than Eddie Hearn, and that fight will take place in Russia. And I don't think Anthony Joshua wants that to happen whatsoever, because there's not a knockout guaranteed. Even though David Price, who's been a bust at the pro level, put Povetkin on his ass, it's still no guarantee that Joshua will do the same. But it is a good fight that for Joshua. He needs to go ahead and get that obligation out of the way, and make trash of Alexander Povetkin if possible. But I mean, he hasn't looked the best in his last few fights against Carlos Takam and Joseph Parker, for whatever reasons. And this is definitely a risky fight, because this is a guy with a deep amateur pedigree, a former Olympic gold medalist, like I said, a former champion, a WBA champion. He's been in the ring with Vladimir Klitschko, Marco Huck, just Eddie Chambers, just to name a few. So this guy is definitely one of the best skilled heavyweights in the world. and he's going to present difficult challenges for Anthony Joshua, who's going to have to be on his P's and Q's and fight very smart. Do anything he got to do to get this victory to secure that we get his fight with Deontay Wilder. If a shocker it doesn't happen and Anthony and Deontay Wilder agrees to fight, meaning pushing back a Povetkin fight for the winner of the Joshua Wilder fight to fight later. But I mean, hopefully everything plays out. You know the risk when you agree to fight somebody else before the bigger fight that everybody is anticipating happens. We've seen it throughout history where upsets happen and it just ruins plans. And I hope to God that for the sake of boxing, if an agreement can be done for them to fight in September, that neither guy loses their next fight or suffers a major injury or whatever it may be. Because if that happens, you can kill that, especially if the titles get in the hands of Alexander Povetkin. I mean, we might can still. No, we won't, because, I mean, Joshua will still be the IBF champion. But, I mean, we'll see how it plays out, man. Hopefully, this roll of the dice works out for both Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, and that they yet again win their upcoming fight. And then we finally know the fight that'll happen next. On to the next topic. Eddie Hearn. Yes, he's very prevalent in this video. Eddie Hearn did confirm to seconds out on YouTube. I post a link to the video in the description below, so y'all can check it out. That's Radio Raheem. Shout out to him. But he did confirm in an interview that he was the guy that indeed made a big offer, because Tank Davis tweeted out that he heard somebody made a big offer for him, and that guy turned out to be Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn said he called Mayweather Promotions. He offered to maybe co-promote Gervonta Davis, if not that, have him fight on DAZN, and said that he would double what he's making over there in Mayweather Promotions. And he went on to say that, of course, he was met with resistance, and obviously Tank Davis is embroiled in a riff with Floyd Mayweather, his promoter, once mentor, idol. Now they're at odds, at least on Gervonta Tank Davis's end, and he's frustrated. He's expressed that frustration throughout social media for a while now. He's tired of being, monitored and, just being whatever it is he's feeling. You know what I'm saying? He's going through a lot of emotions right now. He's definitely looking forward to making more money and prospering somewhere else. He's coming off of a third round KO over Jesus Cuellar to become the WBA junior lightweight champion. He's a two-time champion now. He was the former IBF junior lightweight champion, but he lost that title on the scale a few fights ago. But I mean, hopefully Davis can get in a situation where it's beneficial for him. He can broaden his brand. Although DAZN and Matchroom USA will primarily have the fights over here in America still. Even after that, he can go to Eddie Hearn and say, look, I want to fight over there in the UK. He already fought once when he fought against Liam Walsh, and he watched him in like the second or third round. I mean, Davis has a lot of potential. He's really skilled, really talented, and he just needs to get with a good team that he feels that has his best interest in mind. I know Al Heyman is his advisor, so he's good with Al Heyman. Nothing but love for him. But Mayweather, not so much. But I think it'll be a good signing for Eddie Hearn, and I think it'll be a good route for Gervonta Tank Davis to take. Obviously, in my opinion, he definitely needs a good team around him because he's young. He came up on the streets. You know what I'm saying? So he needs a good, trustworthy team that can make sure the contract is not anything on some bullshit that he has signed his career away and fighting the court more than he is in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Because that obviously he didn't pay attention to what he was signing with Mayweather Promotions, or didn't pay attention to the details and to the signs of how Floyd Mayweather conducted himself. But I mean, if he get a good team around him, good lawyers, good people that he can trust that won't do no wrong by him and do only good, then I think that he should explore all options. And if I'm him, if I'm a lot of fighters, I'm listening to what Eddie Hearn has to say. The zone, you get 3 guaranteed dates. You get your guaranteed salary, and you're gonna be broadcast to over here in America and of course over there in the UK. So you just never know what opportunities are out there unless you go take them. But we'll see. I'll post a link to the article regarding the Gervonta Davis Eddie Hearn you know situation in a link in the description below from 3kingsboxing.com as well. So if you like this video, go ahead and smash the like button, smash that subscribe button, hit that post notification bell to get notified every time I upload content. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Shout out to everybody in the movement that's moving with us. Be sure to check out 3kingsboxing.com for your latest and greatest updated boxing news, unfiltered, unbiased, reported the way it should be. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.